how close you might be to your immigration status being figured out? You able to get on the ice?
I'm not sure yet. Hopefully it comes in the next few days. But I'm just skating by myself. They're giving me the ice, so I'm still able to skate. But hopefully it comes in soon.
Kevin said the other day that you guys got on a Zoom call with, of course, your family agent, and they sort of pitched their plan and expressed, shared their vision for this franchise with you. What did you hear that really, led you to make the decision that you did to sign?
Yeah, the organization is just such a good organization. I think the way that Kevin has, brought me in and showed me his vision, I share a lot of the same morals and visions that he does with his group. He's trying to get a lot of good people, not only good hockey players, but just quality human beings. And he's doing it the right way. So, it was a decision that I took my time to make sure it was the right one. But, when I made my mind, it was an easy decision. And, I just felt in my heart that I want to be a Sabre. I'm so happy to be here.
Was it in the back of your mind that this would be your last year at Northeastern? Was that the plan all along, or was it just wait and see? Like, what was you thinking this year and then when the season ended?
Yeah, so I wasn't exactly 100% sure what I was going to do at the end of the year. I'm the type of guy that just goes one day at a time. Show up to the rink, make sure I'm giving my 100% effort and doing everything I can to stop the puck that's in front of me. So that's kind of how I progressed during the season. Every day is a new day. I knew eventually I would get to the day where I have to make a decision. And, when that day came, I had the information I needed to make the right one. So that's kind of how I progressed along the way.
Who was on the Zoom call? You guys had a Zoom last week, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It was your family, it was Kevin, the family. Who was all on it, I guess?
Yeah, so it was my family, my parents, my agents, and they had a bunch of guys, a bunch of staff on the call. They had both coaches, Rochester and Buffalo, player development guys, goalie development guys, goalie coach, and obviously Kevin, general manager, assistant general manager. So yeah, it was a pretty cool call just to have everyone and talk. So
Devon, when you're going through the season, how difficult was it to keep Buffalo over here? I mean, were you able to, and everyone else on the outside was bringing it up to you, or how much did you hear or think about Buffalo in December, January, February? What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it was getting close, so it wasn't hard to think about. It was definitely in the back of my mind, and it's so exciting. It's a new chapter in my life, and I knew it was coming. So it was something that was for sure in the back of my mind. I was trying as hard as I can to focus on the moment, and I knew I had a job to do at school. And, just enjoying every single day of that and making sure that I could be the best for my teammates was my main focus. So I tried to stay present, and, here we are in the next chapter. So now it's time to enjoy this one.
But given the way you played at Northeastern, I suppose it really wasn't a distraction. It was just something else that went with your season, right? You didn't feel it was a distraction, right?
No, it wasn't a distraction at all. I think it'd be more of a positive than a negative. Having their support, knowing that at the end of the year I could have the opportunity to step into an amazing organization. So it was all great. The Seamus, their goalie development guy, we talk every week and catch up. So they've been super supportive throughout the whole process.
How much has it helped you? Not only you played with 3 of the guys on Team Canada, but you were here for development camp. You got to know some of these guys you're in the room with. Maybe go out to dinner with them. How much does that help now that you're here?
Oh, so much. I mean, I got so comfortable being here for development camp, just knowing the facilities, knowing the guys, the staff, and it was such a great experience. I know that week was an amazing week, and I was sad to leave, honestly. I had a great time, so I'm so glad to be back, and it feels like home.
How did going back and experiencing the expectations, the pressure of being one of the top goalies in the country, in what ways do you think that really made you just a better goalie and a better athlete?
Yeah, that was one of the challenges I wanted going back into the season. You could do it once, but you do it again. It's about consistency, and you see so many guys at this level. They have a good year, and then the next year is harder. It's hard to put 2-3 good seasons together. It's hard to stay consistent even through a few games. So that was a challenge that I was excited to face, and you know it forced me to be consistent, to grow as a person and as a goalie. So I think that you know I learned some valuable lessons this year that I'll be able to apply to my pro career, and I'm just happy that I got that one extra year under my belt.
How did you arrive on 27? I think you were one at North.
Yeah.
So what's, I mean, Hextall's number? I'm not sure. Like, how did you arrive on that?
Yeah, so UPL's wearing 1, and so 27 was my number of choice because growing up it was my favorite number. I feel like little me would be happy that I chose this number, just dreaming about playing in the NHL. So it's the day of my birthday. It's my dad's birthday also. My house address was 127, so number 27 was just big in my life when I was a kid, so I thought I'd bring it back.
What does little me now think of you right now, and what dreams did he have back then?
He's super proud. You know, it's been a long ride. It's been a great ride. Never thought I'd be here when I was a kid. It was a dream, and you know, to be able to live it out, I'm just super grateful, super honored to be here. So it's a dream come true.
Have you been able to look at the numbers that you posted and see the company that you're keeping, Connor Hellebuyck and Ryan Miller? I mean, these are big NHL guys. I mean, Hellebuyck now, Miller is obviously franchise icon here, but to be mentioned with those guys that you were able to do that in college, and now it's your turn to jump into the pros. Do you process that at all? Is that ever come in your mind?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty cool to be in company of such amazing goaltenders. During the season, I try not to look at my stats just because, personally, I think the only stat that matters is the win column. So save percentage, goals against, kind of something that I just look at the end of the year. But yeah, looking back, it's pretty cool. You know, there are a lot of amazing goaltenders that went through college hockey that had amazing careers and are still having amazing NHL careers. So it's cool to be compared to these guys. It's definitely an honor. And you know, talk about Ryan Miller. You know, the goaltending tandem in Buffalo has been amazing, and you know, just the support from the fans and from the staff, that the belief in me to be able to be a part of this organization is just, it's honoring, and you know, I'm just really excited for the future.
Having a lot of goalies these days are 6'5", 6'6", whatever. Obviously, you're not 6'5" or 6'6", but you've been very successful. How have you done it your way, knowing that, all right, maybe teams are looking for that, but I can do it too?
Yeah.
How have you done it?
Just keep the puck out of the net.
Well, yeah, that's pretty simple. But
That's at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. The guy that could do it the best is the guy that's going to play. So, you know, height, weight, whatever, this, that. It's a numbers game. It's an analytical aspect of a game that you can't really, you know, put into a box and just dissect. So you got to just go out there and keep the puck out of the net. And there's so many different ways to do it. There's so many guys that did it differently. And, you know, you just, at the end of the day, it's just whether it crosses the line or not, just keeping it out. So, you know, I feel like I was born to do this, and it's my passion. I go out every day with the will to stop the guy that's coming down on me. And, you know, it's the most fun thing in the world for me. So, you know, I'm still growing, still getting better, still finding better ways to play and improve my game. And I'm just really excited to be facing the best of the best. And I know it's going to push my game further, and I'm excited for that.
You know, Devin, they had so many goalies in this organization. You were in the hall yesterday. Don Edwards and Crozier in the 1970s, but the social media clip showed you looking at Miller and Hasek's thing on the Hall of Fame on the wall there. What's going through your mind when you are looking at that? There's Hasek and Miller, and they think you can maybe someday be in that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's surreal. It's really cool. It's an honor. You know, I'm just excited for the opportunity, honestly, that they believe in me. And for me, I think all I need is an opportunity to go out and play and prove myself. So I'm just really excited to do that. Just taking it day by day. And, you know, my focus today is how can I get better for tomorrow.
And that's, when you were talking about just stopping pucks, how much did you feel for your new team and your teammates, you know, watching them yesterday and seeing what was going on? And what struck you about it as far as challenges and perhaps opportunity, or whatever struck you yesterday?
Yeah, you know, I'm definitely excited, eager to get out there and make some saves and play with the guys. So other than that, it's just excitement, just being able to go compete with these guys. First, I want to get into practice, and then move from there. But yeah, it's just really exciting. I've been dreaming this day for a long time to be able to come in and compete and stop some pucks. So we're here now, and I finally get to start the journey. So I'm really excited.
And you realize that, I'm talking about 27, March 27th, the Canadians are in town. I'm just not sure if that just lines up with all your stars.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. But yeah, that's definitely not my decision. Leaving up to the coaching staff, and whatever they decide, they decide. And I know they're doing it the right way, just for my development. So I trust them, and I'm just going day by day. And if I see myself in the game, I'm going to be ready and excited to play. So.
Devon, you got to have that extra year of college to grow. Now you're here. You got to move on. What do you think is the best plan for your development?
Honestly, for me, I just come with the same mentality every day, just consistent mindset coming to the rink, and just in the past, whatever situation I've been put in, regardless of what it was, I've just found a way, just because of how consistent my approach is to the game and to coming in every day. So whatever happens, kind of happens, and I'm gonna figure out on the fly however it goes. But I trust the coaching staff and the general managers and all the guys up there to make the right decision. So I'm just the guy that when my name gets called, go out, stop pucks, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Have you given any thought to what you could gain, development-wise, from at least getting an introduction to the NHL now to help you prepare this summer, and of course heading into training camp?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was definitely one of the big reasons why I decided to come to Buffalo for the end of the season. I feel like in this month that, or month or so that I'm here, I think I could get a year's worth of development out of. So I'm just really excited, facing these shots, being with NHL players, Mike Bale's NHL goaltending coach, just being around the guys, learning how to be a pro. More than I already know how to do. It's just all great for maturing in my development, so I'm just super glad to be here.
It's been over a week. How much practice do you think you'll need to get back ready for a game? You say to Coach, hey, if you need me, I'm ready.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm ready to go. But yeah, obviously, I think a few practices would be good. I'm just gonna take it day by day, and we'll see what happens. But I have full confidence in my abilities, and I'm just excited.
What's it like just picking up and leaving school in the middle of a semester? Do you have like homework right now? What's the whole thing? Like just leaving?
Yeah, I'm in 4 classes right now. I'm doing them online. So I just wrote a little bit of an essay last night. But yeah, my focus is definitely on here and on playing hockey. But the degree is something that I'm gonna get. If it takes a little bit of extra time, that's fine with me. But I'm just gonna chip away at it slowly.
Did you have anybody growing up that was an inspiration for you in goal?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say like goaltending wise, growing up in Montreal, I watched a lot of Carey Price, and I got to see him in person play, and he just kind of sparked my love for the game. Just seeing how good he was, and he's just a hero in my town. So it was cool to be able to grow up watching him. I met Roberto Luongo when I was a little kid. I think this was right before I became a goalie. And it was really cool meeting him because he was also someone I looked up to. And I've been able to develop a relationship with him over the past few years, just when I was with Florida and he was with Florida. So he was the guy that pulled the trigger on drafting me, and we had a lot of great talks and kind of a little bit of a mentorship. So developing a relationship with him was really cool. Seeing that, I was a little kid watching him in the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah.
What's it like to have a guy like Luongo go to bat for you like that?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. It means the world, honestly, to have his support. And he's such a good goalie. He's a Hall of Famer. He understands the game so well, and to have his belief is it's a really good feeling. And just super grateful to have a guy like that kind of in my corner. So yeah.
What's it been like for you to process the expectations Sabres fans have for you as the expectation seems like they've been growing for the last few years? What's it been like to kind of process all that?
Yeah, the great thing about expectations is, they're not real. They're just what people are talking about, and it's talk about the future. So the way that I've always dealt with expectations is kind of not dealing with them. It's just talk. Everyone's gonna have something to say, and I love the fans. I'm super excited to be able to play in front of them, and at the same time, like going back to Northeastern, there's a lot of expectation that I gotta have another great year and this and that. But for me, it's just I'm just going to go out and do the thing that I love, stop the puck, and I trust that the outcomes are going to take care of themselves. So, I have expectations for myself and, about my attitude and about how I approach the game. And other than that, those are the only expectations that kind of I hold myself to.
Andy said you've been really inquisitive so far, asking a lot of questions. How can you soak up the time you have with this goalie room, and what are you looking to learn from, especially a guy so much older than you, like Craig?
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick his brain as much as I can. There's a reason that he's 41 and still in the game having a lot of success. So he's a guy that also I was made my decision to come here because this could be his last year, and to be able to be goalie partners with him and be around the rink with him, it's something that I value and that I could get a lot out of. And he's been great. He's been easing me in, taking me under his wing a little, and it's just been great to ask him questions and kind of learn the way that he thinks the game, because he's such a good goalie, so smart, so good at reading the play. I had an opportunity to meet him last year, also when Buffalo played in Boston, and I was in Boston at school, so I came to the rink and I got to talk with him just about reading blades and all the nerdy goalie stuff. But we have a great relationship, and I'm excited to explore it further.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Devin.
Thank you, guys.